Join Card Tricks this Christmas. New buyers will get up to £100 off their first purchase. Valid for everything in the store from big spots, belts, shirts, and much more. Use the code JINGLEBALLS with a Z. Merry Christmas from everyone at Card Tricks. Good luck.
And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Squared Circle Relics Podcast. We are here today to do a little special episode. New release out recently from Upper Deck. It is AEW Black Diamond. I'm joined by our one and only president, Mr. David Lloyd. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Chaos isn't with us today. He's taken up here his new hobby. Have you heard about his new hobby?
No, what's his new hobby?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy.
But he only does foul. So he only does But not only that, he's got this weird thing that he does is that he likes to put a quail inside a chicken.
Inside. Oh, okay.
Inside a goose. So he's stuffs. Grumio, callback. But he calls it his Russian doll. His foul Russian doll. It's disgusting, really. But I tell you what, if that's what floats his boat, good on him.
Each to their own.
Each to their own, man.
He didn't want to talk any Black Diamond with us, then no. He's too busy.
He's too busy.
Stuffing foul.
He's too busy.
Cool.
Do you know what his heavy height is? Is what he really wants to do. A duck-bill platypus, because he's got duck in the title.
There you go.
Yeah. He'll get there one day. Love you, Jamie.
Poor Jamie.
Anyway, AEW. Let's talk AEW.
Black Diamond. First and foremost, when did this come out? Last week, I want to say?
Last weekend.
Tail end of last week. Have you seen, before we kind of get into it, have you seen much of it, or have you been in breaks or anything like that?
I've been, thank you, Medina. I have been in Medina breaks. He put on, while the world was doing 3 count first off the line, which is another bonus show we'll do in the next couple of days, no doubt, for the review. Medina was doing mixers on Whatnot for Black Diamond and also this year's Hobby, 2024 Hobby.
Yeah.
So if you didn't hit in Black Diamond, hopefully you'd get something out of half a case of Hobby, to be honest. So I think it was a very smart way of doing it.
Definitely.
And I was in a couple of breaks. Took Adam Cole, baby, in the couple of breaks. Didn't hit that much, to be honest. Mostly the manufactured patch relics, and we'll get there in a second. Ironically, the nicest thing I did actually hit was from 2024, the All-In Max versus Cole 2023 All-In card that they did. Yeah. Match poster thing. And that was really nice. But very nice. But I digress. And so I have seen a bit of it. But that's the only thing. I've seen probably 0.001% of the product because the product is huge. And Chris,
it is massive.
It is massive. Chris, what have you been seeing of it?
So I haven't been in any breaks yet, but I have watched quite a lot of boxes. In fact, I would say I've watched every box break that's on YouTube currently as of last night.
Yeah, that's cool.
So seen lots of boxes opened, and it's a really nice product. But as you say, checklist is humongous.
It's ridiculous. If you look at the actual raw checklist of it with all of the parallels, it was something like 700 pages. It was ridiculous. It just went on and on and on. But yeah.
Right, shall we get into it? So let's start off with, so it's only available physically at the moment, so hobby format. Boxes kind of ranging at the moment, $300, $350. You seen anything less than that? I haven't seen anything less than $299 at the moment.
I haven't seen anything less than that.
If you kind of think about when Spectrum came out, I do think there's the possibility that this could go down at some point. Maybe on like an individual like sale, like blowout sale or whatever. But yeah, watch this space for it to go down.
And then go up again on eBay.
And then, that's it, yeah. And then go even higher on eBay. Yeah. So you get one pack, so it's a big fat pack. You get 6 cards per pack, 7 if you're lucky. I have seen quite a lot of 7 boxes. So
Me too.
Say they're like, I wouldn't say 50-50. I'd probably say like a third of the boxes are got 7 in. Mm-hmm. Each pack, you're going to get 1 auto, which is always the second card behind the first one, which is the base card at the front. So just in case you're wanting to save the auto, there you go. You also get 2 numbered and 2 relics. If you do get that 7th card, it does seem to be always like an auto. Yeah, we'll talk about more of that in a minute.
Yeah, I've seen multiple autos.
Definitely 2 autos in there. I think it can be a relic as well. So yeah, E-Pack, no news yet, but it is on all checklists. It does say E-Pack as well, so it's inevitably going to come out on E-Pack. In terms of price, like box price, Dave, would you be tempted by a box of this after seeing a few of them opened, or not really? Because you don't open that much product anyway, do you?
I think it's about $100 too high, basically.
Yeah,
I think $100. Because ultimately, if I maybe £100 too high. If it was £200 instead of £300, then I think because you're only guaranteed 1 auto, and a lot of you get like 2 manufactured patch relics basically in it, and it's just no matter what you hit, we always talk about percentages, we always have done, and I just don't know what you would hit to get £300 back. I can't unless you hit a big MJF card.
1 of 1.
Or
and like if you hit maybe a 1 of 1, a booklet and a really, really good auto then, but your chances of doing that are not great.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough one because it's a very high cost, and I'm not sure where the reward is with regards what I've seen so far, but I could be wrong. I mean, the thing is, it's a bit of a false economy at the minute because you look on eBay and everything's like $200, $300.
Really
it's really expensive because people are just trying to recoup back some of the money that they spent. Ultimately, when the day is long and it levels itself out a bit, all of these cards that are $200 are going to be $50, $40, maybe even less. So I think it's a really tough one because I think there are some very nice cards in there, and I think there's cards in there that will probably get your money back, maybe more, but I think they're very few and far between, to be honest. I think there's a lot of skunk boxes out there that you will be like, what, I've just spent 300 quid on that. But that's all products. You can't.
That's part and parcel, isn't it? I suppose, yeah. I feel the same. As I said earlier, if it went on sale or something, then I would be tempted. And I'm interested to see what it comes out on E-Pack. As you said, it might be more, but you never know. We're holding out hope.
It's always more, mate.
It's always more.
The reason being is the price of physical goes down, but the price on E-Pack is always more. And we've talked about this on the pod before, and it's simply because of the achievement levels. And I have no idea how they're going to do achievements for this because there's just so much product. And if every piece of the product has an achievement, there's going to be hundreds of achievements out there, which I think is good because it gives a lot of you. It gives like you can do so many chases, and there'll be achievements going, but I don't know, man. It's a real difficult one with it going on EPAC, because you'd have to buy a lot of it to do anything with it, right?
To get those achievements. They have to pay Linda from ComC as well, doing all the sorting in the warehouse for them. So let's move on to the base part of the product. So you only get one base card per box. It's going to be almost impossible to complete a base set of this, but it is a 100 card base set. So there'll be people out there. I've seen a guy this week actually who's just done the Spectrum base set.
Yep.
And when you see it all together, it does look very impressive. But yeah, 100 cards, parallel wise. So you can get 1-of-1s, printing plates, black, all the rest of it. Black Diamond, Purple Diamond, Emerald, and Diamond to 20. So you can get a few different parallels there. I will just say, nobody on the base set to me stood out as like a new addition. Have you had a look through and have you seen anyone new in this?
The thing is, it's difficult because we always get these new arrivals and like the match dated moments and stuff like that. So it's difficult. I don't know what's different between 2024 and this, but because this has probably been put back so much,
yeah,
I don't think that there is much.
I honestly don't think there's that much. I'm struggling to find even one person. Maybe I'm not sure. Mercedes Monet.
Okay.
I know
it's like
she
our brain or one.
I know she had a few cards in the 2024 set, but for some reason I feel like she maybe didn't have a base card. Or I'm not sure.
I think it's an inclusion. She doesn't have that much in the set, but she definitely has for that. So that's quite cool.
But yeah, I mean, all of the base are numbered to 149. So 149 is the highest number you're going to get. All those colours I said earlier are going to be less than that. 5s, 10s, 25s. But yeah, that's about it from the base part of it. I would say I do actually like the base. I think really nice.
I think the base is probably one of the biggest highlights of the set for me. I know that sounds really weird and potentially like, well, there's so much for the rest. I do like the base. I think the design is really nice.
They look very, very nice cards.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's probably my favourite base. It's probably my... it 100%. It looks high-end. It's probably my favourite base that they've done so far. It looks like they've put a lot of time and effort in order to get it a design that looks that good. And fair play to them.
Yeah, I'm on board with that too. Cool. So... let's move into... So it's quite a weird one because I've put in our notes, for instance, inserts, and on the checklists, they're down as inserts because, I mean, I guess they are. So you've already alluded to it a little bit a minute ago. The event logo patches, manufactured relics, they are back.
They shouldn't be in this product. I think everyone, hopefully listening to this, agrees that they shouldn't. Manufactured logo patches, when you're getting to a box basically, and a high-end box, they shouldn't exist. We got done to death with these on tops, and we loved tops for it back in the day because we look back on them and go, oh well, yeah, that was a thing, but that was a thing 10 years ago. It's not a thing now. It really shouldn't be in this product. They already did it in 2024 flagship. They had manufactured relics in flagship,
and that kind of seemed like a good fit. Do you know what I mean? In the flagship product, this high end product,
or in their blasters.
Yeah, or in blasters. I would buy a blaster with if you knew you were going to get like a manufactured relic, I would be fine with that. But yeah, high end, maybe not so much. And there's a lot, as you said, there's basically two per box. There's lots of, I'm not going to go through all of them, but there's basically every one of their pay-per-views, plus there's like Dynamite, Collision, things like that. And they're 10 people per event sort of thing. So the Revolution one's got 10, All In's got 10. There's a lot of them.
The thing is, right, and if I'm really selfish here, and I'm not normally that selfish in the hobby, right, but this time I'm going to be selfish. I love the fact that we got the All In London.
The All In. I like the fact that it says London.
Yeah. Well, some of them they do. Some of them is just All In, and some of them All In London.
That's cool.
It's really weird because, like, I'll talk about this later. Like, but there's a manufactured auto of one of the Jacksons. I think it's Matt. I didn't see the Nick one, but I saw the Matt one. But it's All In, but it doesn't say All In London. But he's dressed as Freddie Mercury, and if on the reverse, it's. But the thing is, but it just that needed to say All In London on it, and I was a bit like, oh man. Well, I think that's going for about $500 or something ridiculous on eBay, but Yankee Bay. But I'm just glad. I mean, when I got the Adam Cole spot with Medina, I wanted it because I knew that I had a chance of getting the Cole All In London, and I did hit it as well. So I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the only highlight for these for me, to be honest. Never again, please, never again.
I will just, in their defence, a little is that for a manufactured relic, very nicely done. Like they do look like nice cards. Like I haven't seen one in hand, but from when I've seen them in breaks, they're nice. But as you said a minute ago, they are more for that lower end kind of product, like flagship or even Allure or metal or something.
I would rather have a patch that basically not even worn to the ring, just like this was worn by
this person.
Exactly. And a black one of those. I'd rather
like a plain patch as your maybe if you got two of them, and then your other relic was at least a little bit better. But yeah, alas, not to be.
It's the biggest low point of the box, right? Of the the product. Yeah. It's the biggest low point.
For me, I think it's either these or the one auto part. I'm on the fence. Maybe
we'll get there. We'll get there.
So yeah, just staying with inserts quickly. There are some really nice ones. So there's our very own one, which is the squared circle gems relic card. They're really nice. They look very, very nice.
Billy actually did tell us that he named them after us.
Exactly. So
thank you, Billy. Thank you, Upper Deck.
We appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey, like anything that we can do to help, right? Anything.
And
they're
also,
like one a box though as well, aren't they? The squared circle gems. I saw like one.
I don't think they're necessarily one a box, but I think if you get one manufactured relic, I think you usually get one of these. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of either two.
To be honest, every box I've seen has had one of these. So I mean, it's they're not rare. Let's just say that they're very common.
The coloured parallels, like the green, I think I saw, really, really nice.
Because it's the Square Circle Relics podcast gems relic, and also the Exquisite as well. Those two come out really often. Yeah, exactly.
Some of the lower down ones, and these are really low numbered. So my favourite that I've seen so far is actually Title History. And I've only seen John Moxley, and these are all to 10. But it's like a bit. Have you seen any of these?
I haven't seen any of these.
No, so it's like the AEW title. Obviously, it's a big belt anyway, but it takes up most of the card, and then it's got these like gem diamond things kind of in the belt, and it actually looks. I was quite impressed with it, to be honest.
Let me have a look and see.
The guy
we've both got Yankee Bait up at the minute.
Yeah,
we're still like, if you say something, it's like, let me just have a quick look around.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, he was doing a case of Black Diamond, and he obviously it's a low number card to 10, and he left it on his like back wall as kind of the main card, and it did look like, I was like, wow, that's a real centerpiece. if you PC'd someone who's got one of these title history things, you could kind of make it a focal point and then build around it. It looked really cool.
So there's the Puck one is up on Yankee Bay right now, and it's of the what was that belt called? Their Intercontinental belt.
International.
Yeah, something like that.
Intercontinental.
you know
to say the same thing.
You know the one. But yeah, they look really nice. They do look really, really nice.
One of my other ones was the top ranked matches to 5. Have you seen any of these yet?
Ranked matches.
I've seen one of these. Again, really, really nice looking cards. But yeah, they're just a few of the better inserts. There are a lot more, as we said. There's no way we could name every single one of them. Or we could, but we'd be here for ages.
They're quite hard to name, some of them as well. What is it? The Diamond Nation? Is it Diamond Nation?
Diamond, yeah, I don't know how you say that.
Yeah.
I just thought of Nation of Domination when I said that.
I like the Diamond Connections as well. Like the tag team cards, basically.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Diamond Might and Diamond Gallery, I think, are a couple more.
Diamond Nation. Diamond Nation.
Diamond Nation, yeah.
They're acetate as well, some of them. That's cool.
Another one, Band of Colour is one I haven't seen yet.
Yes, I have. Yeah, nice. I have seen one of those. I've seen a Christian one of those, and they look really nice. That was going to be my final point on this one. I do like the. The bands. That's the one. I think they're pretty cool.
These were the ones that reminded me of Thanos.
No,
just because it's all the different coloured. Obviously,
it is
colour. Yeah.
So the worst ones I've seen are the base cards that has the patch where the
at the bottom.
The bottom where the autograph is for the autograph version of it.
It's almost like a triangle kind of shape.
It's so bizarre, man. Like
they're really thin.
I when I saw one, I hadn't seen anyone. I hadn't seen any of them for like all the breaks I watched. Really weirdly,
really?
And our sponsor, Cartrix UK, showed me one today, and I was like, "Is it missing the auto?" It was a Bandito one, and I was like, "It's missing the auto," and it was like a plain like white blob where it was, and they're not great.
They're the same thickness, like point, as like a regular card, aren't they?
Yes.
They're very, very thin, which I just find, strange. But yeah, they're pretty much always the ones that I've seen, either black or white. And yeah, no designs on. One of the things I will say in terms of like memorabilia is I've noticed a lot of the 25s and under are the ones that have kind of more of a design on with the relics.
The one with the diamond shape on them. There's a lot of 23s. I've seen a Shida and a Bryan Danielson. I don't know. Have they got an exact name? I don't know if they've got a name.
So, no.
But they look really good. I like that little diamond mem design, to be honest. With the full length picture of them, I think that's quite cool. Yeah. It's a bit different, and it's match used, isn't it? It's like,
those ones are,
yeah, exactly. So that's cool. That's really cool. I'm glad that they've included that, to be honest.
There was also like quad memorabilia. So again, really, it's kind of annoying because the quad memorabilia thing is really cool, I think. But if it is quad memorabilia and every piece is black, it's not so cool.
Yet again, I've seen I mean, everything we're talking about generally has autos on it as well, right? So there's quad without the auto, and
there's quad with and without. Yeah, I've seen both. Yeah.
Did you see Chris from Cartrix, Kenny Omega?
No, I don't think
it's the autograph version to 5. It's the quad memorabilia, and every single one of them's black.
Oh, I was thinking
And
you were
I'm
going to
like,
say they're all different colours.
No, they're all black. To 5, all black.
5.
I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
To be fair, like the little panels are very small in that quad.
Very small,
so I'm
yeah.
not sure what you'd actually get into it. But they managed it with, what was it? The ring. You remember they had in Spectrum, they had like Ringmaster or whatever.
Oh, Ring
called,
General.
Ring General, that was it.
And then it had like a bit of shirt,
Yeah.
canvas, and term.
Banner. It's Banner.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah, it was Banner. So, but they did really well in that. But I've yet to see a quad mem which
That's what
actually
we
has
needed.
a design.
Yeah. Well, that's what we needed is those, but with the 4 different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen any of these, but the belt strap relic, that's one that Jamie's been really, really looking forward to, isn't it? We know he likes
I've not seen any yet.
belt strap. I mean, I've seen the picture that's, I think it's the MJF one. You'd kind of hope that they would, I mean, it's to 10, the one they've shown. You kind of would have hoped they would have just put the Burberry belt or something in that one, or, something else. But
can you imagine how thick that package is going to be when you get it? Because you'll have to have the other cards in it as well. And that would be a big old thick boy, wouldn't it, at the bottom?
Yeah.
So that would be quite cool. But yeah, I haven't seen any.
Haven't seen any. Don't know if they're
hopefully.
redemptions, maybe.
I have no idea. I've got no idea. I would say just before. I mean, we can talk about booklets. I'm sure you want to talk about the booklets, but the one patch, there is exquisite jumbo patches, and they seem to have the designs on them.
Okay.
They seem to have a bit of colour on them and stuff like that, which I've seen. And I've seen multiple pulled out of one box as well, which is really strange. So they're probably the nicest ones in my view.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to talk booklets quickly, these are all redemptions. So it's because they're too big, they're too fat to get in the actual pack, is what I've kind of heard. But yeah,
which is probably the belt strap as well, right?
You'd imagine so, yeah. Or you get the belt strap and you get that and one base card or something. But the booklets you can get, there's booklets are free with 3 bits in there, and then there's also the 12 as well. 12 person booklet, which that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's probably it on memorabilia. Shall we talk some autos now?
Yeah.
Autos. Base set, as always with AEW, everyone's signing, literally.
Yep.
No one's missed out. 100 base set of autos. So there's lots of different gem ones, diamond ones. There's quite like low numbered ones as well. You seen many autos? I mean, you only get one per box.
This is,
so.
you know when I said there's the two basically manufactured, the two manufactured mem cards are the worst thing about this. Nope, no, they're not. They're really not. The base autos, you can't see the autograph on them because of the design. It's a lovely design. But you cannot see the autograph on the card. It's horrific. Why they I don't know, mate. I don't know.
No.
It's horrific.
I think I've seen one so far that wasn't horrific. It wasn't entirely horrific because it was Daniel Bryan. So the D part of Daniel was in the white space, and then the Bryan you can fucking see. But yeah.
Mate, I'm so confused why that passed through. I was like, yeah, that'll work. Like, it worked for the base card, but it doesn't work for the base auto.
Autos, no.
Everyone was complaining about it.
That's all I've seen is people complaining.
If you got a box and you got a base auto with that, and you can't even see the auto, and you got 2 manufactured relic cards in there, it's a bad day at the office, basically.
Yeah, I mean, one of the boxes I saw yesterday was the auto was Matt Menard, and then yeah,
Yeah.
so not good. Maybe at least 2 autos. I think with a box that costs 300, 2 autos is at least. You think, cast your mind back to Undisputed. You used to get like 8 or 7 or something for the similar price to this.
It should be 1 base card, 2 mem, 3 autos.
Boom, sorted.
Should be, shouldn't it? Really?
Sold,
Because that's what the money you're paying. And if they went really heavy with the autos, and they have done, there's so many different autographs in this.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they haven't cut the rest out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, strange.
One of the other ones we'll quickly touch on. I mean, we've talked a lot of manufactured logo patches already, but you can get autos as well. So they have an auto just at the bottom, and these ones are all numbered to 99. I'm yet to see it one lower numbered.
There's loads. There's like everything,
50s or
everything that we've talked about, like mem inserts, everything basically, and unless it's a short printed. To be honest, like the inserts don't generally have the autographs, but all the mems, the base, they all have autographs. There's just loads. The list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
Booklets, tag teams, trios, 6-way booklet as well. And there's 5 different ones, so that's quite cool.
It's cool, but yeah, I haven't seen any.
Haven't seen any
redemptions.
And then the last thing on autos, buybacks. Have you seen? I don't know what you have seen.
I've seen the Lucha Bros dual buyback, and that was really cool. That was really cool.
It's the 2024 design, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's 2024 flagship design. I think I've seen Aussie Open and Serena Deeb.
Yep.
But as a single. And I couldn't tell what that Serena Deeb was, though. I had heard or read that it might have been the 2025 design. So we'll see when 2025 comes out, I guess.
I think the big win on these, and I saw them come out quite often, was the diamond plate ones, because you can actually see the autograph and the brilliant. Thanks Upper Deck. But the design on them I loved as well. I think they're a massive hit. I think they looked special when they came out of the pack, and it got everyone's attention. I've seen like Tony Storm pulled more than anything. If you're going to go into breaks, guys and girls, please go and get the Tony Storm spot because she is everywhere in this product. She is hitting. Yeah, I think Jay White is as well. Like he comes up quite a bit as well, so I might get a few of his spots coming up. But yeah, Tony Storm. Just if you like Tony Storm, this is the product for you. She is everywhere.
And she's now, at least she's also timeless Tony Storm in most of it, isn't she?
She is, yes.
So that's cool to see.
Really cool. But I'm just, there was one weird one. Have you seen the gemography with the autograph?
I think they were, pretty cool if I remember.
I'm not sure if I like... There's obviously a big diamond on the right hand or the left hand side.
Left-hand side, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if I like it or not yet. I'm a bit on the fence with it, to be honest. So...
They're very... they remind me of that Topps Legends set, the 2017-18. They're very reminiscent of those. But I like those. So.
Yeah. That's just... Yeah. The jury's still out for me on that one.
Cool. So final thoughts on the products. Any like QC issues you've seen? I'll be honest, I haven't seen that many so far.
I've heard of QC issues. Obviously, we haven't got them in hand, so we can't say yes or no.
Yeah.
But I've heard that there is. And I hope that's not the case. But we just have to see. I mean, obviously, we have had QC issues with Upper Deck in the past, AEW Upper Deck products in the past, stemming from the first series, and it's a known thing. Doesn't make it right. I think we kind of all too regularly accept the fact that they do have QC issues, and it's just something that I think we live with. We know. The thing is, it doesn't really impact me so much because I'm not a grader. But if you're getting a lot of cards and trying to grade those cards, and they come back 7/8,
it's not fun. I've if you've listened to the main pod before, I have graded Upper Deck cards, and I've not had the best luck with it. And I've kind of learned from that now that I have to be really, really quite sure. If there's any kind of inkling, then I'm like, I probably shouldn't, just because of what you've just said. Like, you're going to get a 7 or an 8. But overall,
I mean, we have to reserve judgment until we have them in hand. But,
that's it, that's only fair, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. So overall score, again, I'll start us off, and I'm going to say a solid 6. I want another auto. I want one less manufactured patch or none, and I want 7 cards every time. Then you get a 7 or an 8 from me.
Yeah, I mean, my initial thoughts is to give it a 7 because I'm still going to do breaks. I'm still looking forward to seeing more of this product, peeling back the layers of it, and I think that's what keeps me enthralled on it. The reason being is because I this product, more than any of the other AEW products, has taken me back to Series 1, where there's this big onion and you're pulling those layers back and you keep finding new and interesting bits which you didn't know that existed, and you think, fantastic, that's really cool. So for that, I'm a bit higher on it, but I agree with you. To be honest, I think it should be 3 autos, 2 mems, and 1 base card.
Yeah,
at the very least, to make it worth the while. To be honest, to match the price point of the product that's out there. I think quality control issues is going to play a big role in that 7 grade going down or up over the next couple of weeks.
That's it.
It's one of those of, we can give you a score now, but I mean, my mind, both our minds might drastically change in the space of the next couple of weeks.
I mean, when you've just said it there, like how they did the 16 bits in Allure, I think it was, like they weren't on the checklist and things like that. If you can maybe sneak some things like that in, and we kind of find, look, these are really cool, or the belt strap relics actually turn out to be amazing, or something like that, then the score could go up from me for sure.
The thing is, it feels like they've actually reached for the stars on this a bit. You know what I mean? Like they've tried to do something spectacular, and I just think it's kind of fallen short just a little bit with regarding what you get from the product for the price point. There is one obviously glaring thing that we haven't talked about, and that's the release of the product when first off the line 3 counts come out at the same time, and then you've got Hobby coming out this weekend. But there is no hype for AEW Black Diamond, sadly.
No, I've barely been able to get in, other than that one Medina you said about. I've barely seen it. I've seen maybe a few, but hardly anyone's breaking it.
It's so tough on it, because I don't get why if they were going to release it around this time, release it 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, before 3 count came out. I mean, 3 count was even delayed as well, wasn't it? Yeah. So they really could have just done it. I'd hope they could have done it like a month ago, and got the buzz that it deserved to have. But it's kind of gone in a bit dead in the water
Yeah.
From what I've seen from people, it's all been first off the line 3 counts in people's heads. So
Yeah.
tough.
You did mention to me actually off air that it has sold out on Sports Trading UK.
Yes.
And 3 count hasn't. Any ideas why? Do you think it's just the numbers they're buying them in, or
it could be it could be the fact of how much product they've got of it. But yeah, I was a bit confused, to be honest, when I looked at it. I was like, why is Black Diamond sold out? I think, to be honest as well, there are a lot of people that have actually been waiting for this. A lot of the AEW Upper Deck fans, and there's quite a lot out there still.
There's quite a few in the UK, especially, I think.
Exactly, especially because of All In that's occurred over the last 2 years.
If sets that have those All-In cards are always going to be a bit more attractive for us over here. So.
Well, they've made it feel special over here. You know what I mean? Like nobody thought they would do Wembley. Like we thought that WWE would do Wembley at some point. We never thought the next people would be AEW and doing it twice in 2 years as well. No. So I kind of get it, but it's. I just feel like it's not had the run that it should have had. It's like won the belt and then dropped it a week later.
It's like it's won the belt and it's Samoa Joe that's won the belt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just a little bit wrong timing.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, that's probably about it from us today. Do you want to tell the people where they can find us, Dave?
Yes, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Whatnot. So we're a part of the Cartrix community. Hey guys, if you're not on Whatnot doing Cartrix, why not? There are so many things going on right now. There's breaks galore going on right now every day, pretty much.
They're also the only UK breakers I've ever seen breaking AEW product.
That is true.
I've never seen anyone else doing it. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen anyone else doing it. No. And obviously they've got an affiliation with the WWE shop as well, Euro shop as well. So there is merchandise galore their way. Very cheap, guys. Very cheap. We've obviously. Hopefully Jamie puts this at the start of the show. There's codes for December as well. We've got lots of going on as well with the Squared Circle Relics podcast. We have got, this is the first recording of the week. We've got the main show. We've got Survivor Series, bonus show sponsored by Cartrix UK. We've got the review of 3 count to do as well, and Jamie's doing a sessions with Tony Vella about Raw Deal as well.
It's going to teach us how to play Raw Deal. Finally.
Finally. So we've gone from doing a show once every 2 weeks to doing 5 shows in a week and a half. So it's crazy, right? And Jamie still has to stuff a chicken as well. So we've got lots going on. So that's it from me.
Wicked. So this is the part of the show where I normally plug my own YouTube, but today I'm going to do it a little bit differently, and I'm going to plug other people's YouTube. So I spent my entire evening last night watching people unbox Black Diamond. So I'm going to give a quick shout out to a few of my faves. So it was BIC cards. So that's because I'm Carlos, or as if I've written, because he's Carlos. He had a real stinker of a box. I mentioned his one earlier. It was Matt Menard Azulto, and then like one of his relics, I think, was Matt Taven. Oh, I don't even know who that is. Taven, sorry.
Taven.
There you go. I don't even know how to say it. The other one's Body Slam Toys. He pulled a nice booklet redemption of Shida, and he pulled I think it was like a Kill Switch printing plate as well, which is pretty cool. And then way over the other side of the world, Luke Bolland from Australia. He opened
What's
2
your favourite
boxes.
colour, blue?
There you go, that's what I was waiting for. He opened 2 boxes with his missus or his daughter, I'm not sure. But yeah, some really cool pulls, and they're all kind of different videos, all shot in different ways. Like the first guy shoots the same as me. next one does top down, and then the last one was somebody else shooting it. So yeah, all different stuff, but yeah, really good content out there available for you to go and watch. That's about it from us. Any last words for the people, Dave?
And fuck Tony Khan.
We